Hello everyone, I am Rubaid Swapnil. In this video, we will learn about the history of Linux, about Linux distros, about Linux GUI, development of Linux and software availability, and should you use Linux? So let's get started. August 25, 1991, the journey of Linux began by the hand of Linus Torvalds. As he started creating a free OS kernel, he faced many copyright issues from the Unix. Unix OS was a multi-text project of AT&T which was developed by Ken Thompson and Danish Ritchie. They started creating it in AT&T Bell Laboratories in 1969, which was first released in 1970. Danish Ritchie created C language to make it portable. Unix kernel was not free, so the Unix-based OS are also not free. So computer hardware and the OS price was high in 1982. To solve this, Richard Stallman started the GNU project with the goal of creating a free Unix-like OS. As part of this work, he wrote the GNU GPL or GNU General Public License. In 1990, the free OS work was almost done, but the GNU kernel called Hurt failed to attract enough development effort. In 1987, Minix, a Unix-like system, was released for academic use. It was 16-bit design, which was not well adapted with 32-bit features. In 1991, while studying computer science at University of Helsinki, Linus Torvalds began a project that later became the Linux kernel. On 25 August 1991, 21 years old Linus Torvalds announced this system in a Usenet posting to the newsgroup com.os.minix. He said, "Hello everyone out there using Minix. I am doing a free operating system, just a hobby, won't be big and professional like GNU. For 386 or 486, 80 clones." Linux began to gain importance in 1992 after the X Windows system was ported in Linux by Horst Jaworski, which allowed Linux to support a GNU for the first time. The naming. The name of Linux wasn't Linux. Linus Torvalds named it as FreeX. He considered the Linux but initially dismissed it as too egotistical. Ariel Lemke, at HUT, an admin of FTP server, changed it to Linux because it was much more professional. At the time, Linux had a restriction on commercial activity. The first release of Linux was Linux 0.01. It was a kernel. In 1992, GNU and Linux combined. In under the GNU GPL for commercial use and free Linux was released called Linux 0.12. In June 1994, Linux was referred to a free Unix clone. The Debian project released their product as Debian GNU/Linux. GNU/Linux is the real name of the Linux that we know today. It is popular known as Linux for most of the people of the world. In 1996, Linus Torvalds used a penguin, a mascot for Linux, because he was beaten by a little penguin in a zoo of Australia. Now, the distros of Linux. What is Linux distros? Linux distros are Linux kernel based OS. Most of them are free and open source, like Ubuntu, Fedora, Linux Mint, Debian, Pop OS, Arch, Majora, etc. The GUI. Most of Linux-based GUI are Genome and KDE Plasma, but the Genome is most popular under the Linux community. Now, the development and software availability. Open source developers and authorities develop their OS. Linux kernel is also upgraded every year and is much more powerful today. And the software availability. Most of the software in Linux is free, but popular software are also available in Linux. Now, should you use Linux? Main benefit of Linux is it is free, it is powerful, it is highly customizable, most of the software are free, low issues of virus, safe and its security is tight. It is faster than Windows and Mac OS. Good choice for programming and also productivity work. So end of this video. Thank you for watching.